Hi, Rick from Grumpy's. Wanted to tell you about a little bit of a strange diagnosis that we had. Vehicle's still here, it's ongoing, but kind of your out of the ordinary type deal. So if you want to follow me, we'll go take a look at it. What we have is a 7.3 250 2002 model. Customer told us that, hey, quit running on me. And I didn't have the money, so I put it in my backyard until I could save up a little cash, and that happened. So he brought it in, went to work on it, and no communication on the diagnosis when we were attempting to pull codes on it. So what we normally do is try to isolate that system. We disconnect the engine harness to take anything that might be influencing a no communication and isolate that PCM, and nothing. No communication at all to the PCM. So check our powers and grounds and stuff like that, and nothing. I mean nothing. So we ordered a PCM for it, put the PCM in. We have communication now with that PCM. So we connected the engine harness to it. All our communication went away again. Okay, let's back up. Something on this engine caused a PCM to fail. Well, what we didn't know was we had a lightning strike. Let's take a look at the witness mark on the lightning strike, and then we'll go back and tell you how I determined that. Lightning's really weird. It comes from up above, down below, meets in the middle. So antenna being the best high point on the vehicle, if we can see that, you can see where it's melted, kind of bubbled on the end there. And then we found witness marks on the wheel down here. Right here is a burn mark. Right there is a burn mark. Now obviously this was at the bottom near the ground, and it arced to that. So now we have a burnt PCM. We put a PCM in it and we've got communication, but it still won't start. So we started backtracking and we found an IDM, or injector driver module, was not functioning at all. Well, that's really strange. How can you have a PCM and an IDM at the same time? But that's what we had. So we put the IDM in it and plugged in essential sensors, the injector control pressure, the pressure regulator, the cam sensor. Thing fires up. Okay. So we start connecting different things on the engine. Engine dies. When we plugged in the exhaust back pressure sensor, that must have been what stalled the truck to start with. Now, customer didn't know what was going on. He just knew that it wouldn't start. I'll put a fuel pump in. He saw it on the internet. Fuel pumps go bad. He put a fuel pump in it. Didn't work. That EBP sensor that was shorted out is what initially stalled this vehicle. $100 sensor. And it took a minute to put in. But because it sat in his backyard and the storm hit, caused more damage. So now we've got the vehicle running, and I go to clear out all the codes. I've got a 4x4 light on. I've got airbag module light flashing. I've got ABS light flashing. All kinds of stuff. And that's when I started thinking there's something else going on here, and we started inspecting the vehicle and find the burn marks. Just to show you what we've got here, PCM, no longer available from Ford, hard to get, had to buy a used one, still $600. IDM, they're available, about $500 for the IDM. Airbag module, I think that's about $200. Starts adding up really fast. So this customer was lucky. Insurance is going to cover this thing, but we've got to keep going and get the ABS and everything else going. But just thought it was a really interesting scenario of events that led to a big bill. Anyway, thanks. We'll see you again next time.